No, again, I never thought
He's just
that,
wondering.
Like, but Kevin says it, and I'm like, yeah. Then he makes me feel bad about myself when he says it, because he's like, they never contacted you,
Right.
and they've never reached out to be like, hey, come to some games and put you on the screen. I'm like, not once.
That is weird.
Then he makes me go like, well, yeah, well, what's wrong? Like, why haven't they?
Well, maybe they're not aware of it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
do they listen to Tell 'em Steve Dave? And probably not.
No.
I mean, do they watch the
What
show?
about the comic book men?
That they should probably know about.
Yeah. Didn't you have to get permission to wear the devil stuff on the show?
Yeah.
So they got to know.
Right? That's what I'm saying. So they do know. So again,
Right.
I'm the kind of, it's been the way my whole life. I'm not surprised by it. And I'm not disappointed by it. But I wonder at times, when I lie awake before I fall asleep, I wonder, I'm like, why are Bri and Q liked and I'm not?
Well, you're talking about 3 people. You're talking about...
Right.
So it's like, it's not like we're overwhelmingly adored or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked hard for that Ian Morris friendship, man. I put in the time.
He did pay his dues.
And I haven't?
I don't know. You have. But Ian Morris, look, as much as I love him, he's just one fucking dude who's not even known in the United States.
So now, but you wouldn't have got that out of him before when you hadn't got in contact with him.
No, he didn't.
You would
he's
never
not
have
known
said
in the
those
United
things.
States. So it's like he's here, he's got no friends, man.
He's a loser.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just see you're just going this way, Q.
I'm going up.
It's just going
Stratosphere,
up. Bri, you're going up too. Not as quick as him,
Right.
but I'm still in that lead balloon. In terms of like, but again, I'll admit I don't covet that though.
Right.
But when, like I said, when it's brought to my attention, it is kind of like, I guess because I'm a jerk.
You're not a jerk.
A little bit.
I come across as a jerk.
I don't think you come across as a jerk.
My
Are you
wife says,
fucking
my wife
crazy?
says I do.
Straight shooter.
I fucking love the guy, but I mean, you can't say that. There are times when, like, he doesn't come across as a jerk.
Is there anybody out there listening to this who wants to be Walt's celebrity friends? You have to be an actual celebrity.
Yeah, not you, Fitzman.
Does he even still listen?
This man? Oh, yeah.
You still see him
Yeah.
out there? You still have presence out there?
I think I may have the celebrity friend for you.
Okay.
I just read this tweet by Asbury Park Comic Con. Brian O'Halloran will be judging a costume contest at the Comic Con on March 30th.
Now, like you did this too. You kind of put this out there, and I didn't want to say it at the time.
Okay.
You said, "What about Dave?"
Windorf, right.
Right, and I was like, I didn't want to say it at the time, but Dave is a friend, but he was a friend before this happened.
Right.
He was a friend, he still is a friend, but I'm talking about that person that comes in and just notices you, and I want to be someone's Ian K. Morris.
Right.
You know?
Where does the K come from? Kevin? Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay.
And it's never going to happen, though.
I think it's going to happen. We're talking about it. We're talking about it now. Right now, your Ian Morris is listening.
I don't know who he is yet.
Not yet, but somebody's going to step forward and be your... Is there anybody that works in the comic industry that you'd be really happy about? No. Like Garth Ennis was like, wow, man.
No.
He'd be like, oh, it's weird. I don't want to talk to him. Like, it's certainly not fucking Rosie O'Donnell caliber, but Richard Christie.
Sure.
The governor?
Yeah, I hung out with Chris Christie. We fucking
Richard Christie.
Richard Christie from the Stern Show.
Okay.
I love his the stuff that he does on the show, the fucking prank calls and all that shit. I wanted to wear his band shirt on Comic Book Men, so we started going back and forth. Now I went to Brooklyn and we went to the movies together, like went to a midnight show. And yeah, I told you this.
No,
right?
you did not.
Yeah, I talked about this on the show.
Maybe I wasn't here then.
We went to see
midnight movie.
Black Christmas at a midnight showing.
Can't
Yeah.
get this guy to
Right.
fucking hang out ever.
Well, that's this. You learn this now.
Right.
And
you haven't
and
already.
you know you're an offender of it.
Sure.
When your celebrity friend tweets you or emails you, that fucking email is answered.
The ass is in gear.
It's sent before it's even been read. You've already replied to it. Something. Reading this right now. Reply to you soon. Click.
I just see that it's from him. And I'm like, I'm in the act of reading it, like a update. Like, it's like a ticker tape and
Almost done.
shit.
Send. While you're old school friends.
Yeah, still marveling and glowing. Send.
Your old school friends, you get it takes weeks, if If you even bothered to reply.
I've been texting with the wrestler Velvet Sky. We've been texting back and forth, and like I got a text from Johnson while I was answering hers, and I was annoyed that it interrupted my text.
Exactly.
I was like, "Oh, come on, man! Get the fuck out of here with this shit!"
Son of a bitch. But I actually, and I'm not really like this, but I actually did enjoy going to the movies with him because he liked a lot of the same old horror movies, so like we talked about that shit. And it wasn't a really long period of time. It's not like we spent the day together.
Why are you disdain? You're just as bad as
I know, worse.
Worse than the wedding gifts to this fucking gay man.
You're far worse.
How am I worse?
You have this. You're manipulating Ian K. Morris.
Yeah.
You went out like with like some sort of gold digger, like who was looking for a millionaire or something. So calculating and like a lion hunting his elk.
Yeah, it wasn't just some random Englishman.
I mean, it was because I was talking about the show. I didn't even know who he was. I didn't even know who he was before they got in touch with it.
How come you didn't suck on Beasley's nuts?
Just Beasley's not on Twitter.
Oh, no?
It was that simple. Yeah. I met Beasley.
I sucked the nuts that were there to be sucked.
Yeah. Whatever nuts presented
And you
themselves.
go out though, but you go out too. There's another thing you do that I don't do. You go out and make yourself seen. Right? You get out there.
Yeah.
You do the and you want to go to the parties and you want to go to the
Yeah.
you want to go do the hedonism route and everything.
But it's never that.
It's never that?
No. Well, when I was in New Orleans last week, we had a viewing party with the fans, and like people come and hang out. It's
Yeah, you
nice.
want, but you want to mingle. You're a
Yeah,
mingler.
not to Ming Chen way that he likes to
Right.
mingle.
I know. I've gotten some texts from him recently. His mingling days, I think, are coming to a close.
Why?
Yeah. He seems to annoy him.
Ming, really? He's grown tired of it.
Mingling Chen.
Speaking of going out and mingling, I did something. I went out with the boy. I had a boys' night out.
What?
I had a boys' night out. No Sunday, Jeff.
Who the fuck went then? Because I know I didn't go.
Didn't get the invite.
Wow.
Boys' night out. I haven't had a boys' night out in probably
Ever. He carried a mirror with him.
like a bird.
Preening and fuck. Who's a pretty bird?
I was starting to pull my own feathers out. My wife got me a mirror.
Got all stressed out and shit. Boys' night out.
He's dying. We've killed Walt.
No, I did have a boys' night out.
I swear. I swear I did.
Just looking in the mirror like this.
Like skittering back and forth on that fucking
ball
ball.
at the bottom left.
What does it say that you're shocked that I actually went out with somebody though?
Well, somebody that if you're like, it wasn't me, it wasn't Q, if it wasn't Sunday Jeff.
Chief,
Okay, Ming.
Ming,
Oh, all right.
and Darren, your brother. And I'm telling you,
What, did Darren kill somebody and you guys were hiding a body or something? Like, what a fucking weird hodgepodge.
and another guy too. I don't. Hey, what's the other dude who went to the movies with us who drove?
Terrible driver, Cliff.
Cliff.
Cliff Ming Si Chen? You're counting him twice?
Oh no. He's a local creator in town. But we went to see Riff Tracks, like a simulcast at a theater.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And Mike he said if I wanted to go, and I was like, I probably don't want to go. Then something changed. I said, I am going to go, and I had a good time, man.
Yeah?
We didn't do anything crazy. Just went to the movies. Went out to eat afterwards.
Where was the movie?
Oh, it was far. It was like by Rutgers.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
And Darren went?
Yeah. Your brother's got the Johnson humor, man.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it. He let his hair down.
Well,
He's definitely
Bring him
got
back so we can ridicule him.
Got the Johnson humor. He's a funny guy. He had a good time.
And that
though.
fucking embittered sort of
I might do it more often.
boys' night out. Boys' night out.
good.
You didn't get the call for boys' night out.
I didn't.
No.
Neither. How come no Sunday Jeff? That seems like something he would like.
I asked him. He didn't want to go. Yeah. I knew you didn't want to go.
Me?
Yeah, you wouldn't have
I
wanted
would
to
have
go.
went if I was around.
And Rosie O'Donnell went. I gotta say, I got a little tiny bit of a charge when Jenny Johnson tweeted me back once.
Oh, you finally got her? Because you were going.
Well, this is a while ago. Yeah, this was. She was my E.K. Morris.
What has she done too?
She's a writer, right?
She's a writer, yeah, and I think she hosted a game show or a news program, something like that. But I don't know, she's just
How did
funny.
she come on your radar though?
I don't know. It was like you should also follow blah blah blah, and I looked at her profile, and there was a couple. Oh, okay. There were a couple things that I saw that she wrote that I thought were pretty funny, and so I just started following her after that.
Nice.
What a thrill
You
it
got a
was.
charge, right?
Little bit. It didn't last long. I was in fucking rehab at the time.
Well, I mean, let's say.
So they're like, scumbag, get out here and piss in this cup.
But it's somebody that whose humor I guess you respect.
Yeah.
So and like my wife said, if it was somebody that you were like, if it was some artist I really admire, like if it was like Stephen Bissett or John Toleman, or like they tweeted like, "Hey man, I just picked up this whatever book you did. Good job." It definitely would mean more than.
Right.
Would you tweet him back?
Preteen nitwit.
The Impractical Jokers core audience.
So that's why I said my wife put it in perspective and put it in a way. She's like, you got to stop. That's what you do. You feel threatened by it.
That's why you're hanging out with Darren Johnson on Boys Night Out. No one else will hang out with you.
You feel threatened by it, and so you tease it and you make little of it and you belittle it to make yourself feel like why aren't you getting those same kind of accolades from your peers?
Or that Quinn's trying to slowly replace you with his circle of celebrity friends. Then he won't have time for Walt anymore. Tell him Steve Dave. He's too busy hanging out with it's him, Rosie, Velvet Patella, John Mayer, E.K. Morris, and Fitzman.
The unheard ofs.
I mean, if you think about it, I have a history of it because didn't I become friends with you guys after you were in movies and stuff like that?
That's true. You were very excited to meet
Yeah,
us the
that's
first
right.
time.
You
You're such a star fucker. Jesus Christ
Like
almighty.
you said the very first time I walked into the station, you were like, "Holy shit, that's Walt Flanagan."
I wonder if I can become friends.
Let me start my fucking 8-year plan.
It worked.